Everyone, please meet Shayla. So Shayla joined us in June 2021 after spending a week in a foster home. Shayla was extremely closed down, so you can see just here she was exploring the home the first time she came into the living room, and this is what we found was the last time she explored the living space whilst we were awake. So she took a real liking to the crate, went in there and basically didn't come back out for around 36 days unless it was when we were asleep, and she felt brave enough to come out, jump on the sofa and live her best life, as you can see just right now. Shayla was inside for 36 days, wouldn't go outside, so did all of her toileting mostly on the puppy pads, which was really fortunate, but also did have the occasional incident on the carpet or on the footstool. She loved exploring out the windows, again when we either wasn't at home or she waited until we'd left the room. And on this particular bit was the first time that Shayla actually visited us during a moment with a window cleaner. Shayla would come out of her crate to eat her dinner, and that would be the only time we saw her. Even brushed her teeth in the crate, keeping up with her hygiene needs even when she was most scared. But ultimately Shayla was, like I say, extremely closed down, very scared, very timid, and she was very fortunate, I guess, to come to a home where we were just so patient with her. We gave her the space to feel safe, to feel loved, but all on her terms, so there was no pressure from us at all. Obviously we were concerned that she wasn't stimulated enough, so we tried our best to do what we could, and then it got to a point where we needed to remove the crate. The crate was really just creating an environment where she became more and more closed down, so obviously we realised that she still really liked the corner. That was her safe space, and to this day, 3.5 years later, it's still a safe space. We then incorporated a bed into that space. The bed in itself was something that she really felt safe in. I think obviously having the big back to it meant that she just could really snuggle on down, and again at night time we really saw that activity kick in, where she just would be a little bit more mischievous and we saw a bit more of her personality, but again never in front of us, which was still progress. We then managed to get the bed into the corner. Again, I think there was no moving her from that corner, and then we got her out for our first walk. So after 36 days we did carry her outside. Obviously being first time dog owners, we didn't know if this was the right or wrong thing to do, but we just had a sense that when we were taking Shayla out to the toilet eventually, again by carrying her downstairs, that she did actually really enjoy being outside, and we saw her massively relax during this time. We also learned that she absolutely loved water, so any puddle, any river, any lake, anything with water, straight in it, which we'd found out from Anna that she absolutely loved it when in Serbia as well. Then obviously once we got her outside, just absolutely not stopping from this point. Loves a good rub on the grass, loves a bit of Chanel No. 2, and ultimately then we really worked hard to just build her trust up. So here you can see this was the first time she ever took a treat from us. So again, we tried not to overwhelm her, and it was all on her terms. We'd started this process by just very slowly getting a little bit closer to her bed each night, and then finally got her to the beach, and as you can see here, she's absolutely loving that wind going through her ears. Love our local park, and a massive fan of our English beaches. So she's a regular now to Dorset, West Bay in particular, that she absolutely loves. Can't take the girl out of Serbia for too long, absolutely loves the snow. And then suddenly started enjoying fusses as well, so a little bit more of a fuss outside, which was absolutely lovely. We got Shayla to Scotland, so last year she travelled to Scotland, Wales and England. Luckily she liked cars, and then we got to a point where she just relaxed so much more. Still very shut down in our home, still would only generally travel to her safe spaces, so the living room, to the bedroom, to the office, but ultimately getting her moving around the house more. Absolutely loves the car, and generally speaking we're making real progress 3.5 years later, and we absolutely love her. She jumped on the sofa for the first time the other night, so hoping that's things to come, but again, it's all in her control. We will never encourage or force anything that she doesn't feel comfortable with. We just love her for who she is, and she has the space to grow. And yeah, she's the best thing that's ever happened to us. So thank you, Balkan Underdogs.
Love you, yeah. Girl, it's our time, just you and I. Don't run, don't hide.